So welcome back to another episode of the Yes to Fitness podcast. But today I am here with Will George, who I am absolutely delighted to have on. Absolute great friend. We've chatted since, maybe a year now. Lockdown, we really sort of bonded. Both sort of was prepping for a show, going through very similar experiences for our first show. So, it was great to chat to Will. Finally met him a few weeks ago. And now we said we'll jump on a podcast, just chat about a couple of things, a bit more fun this podcast. We're going to chat about prep because we are both, Will's 5 weeks out, I'm 6 weeks out. So we will touch base on that. Second year competing. So we're just going to talk about how that we sort of feel that benefits us as online coaches. And then we'll also go into sort of some favorite topics such as favorite foods, off-plan meals, some fun things like that.
We can skip to that, bro. We can skip to that.
Introduce yourself, mate.
Yo, guys, what's going on? So I'm Will George. I'm 24 years old. I'm an online physique specialist, and I've been competing like same as Ashley. I started training in June 2015, literally 10 stone wet through, and then built a foundation on a physique for like 4 years. And then I started cutting in December 2019, probably same time as Ash. And yeah, did my first comp last year. Took second in beginners, second in novice, third in beginners, and then fifth heavyweight, which I was over the moon with because we tried dialing down to make light heavies, and because heavyweight's a big old category to jump into. We still came fifth, which is quality. And I'll be in heavies this year, so I'm 5 weeks out now.
Nice, mate. How are you finding this prep?
Yeah, man. Like we mentioned the other day, bro. Like my food's a lot higher, but fatigue is still very present, if that makes sense. Which is weird because I'm not dying for food, but yeah, I'm like more struggling with sleep and stuff like that, mate. But yeah, mate, it's golden, man. I'm like a kid in the sweet shop with prep, you know. So yeah, it's exciting, mate. We're in very early, mate. Probably similar to yourself now, like where I was at now versus where I was at 5 weeks ago. In the previous prep, mate, just in such a better position, more muscle, more food. Like yeah, quality, man. Loving it, mate.
Have you been doing them comparison photos?
No, I actually haven't. Well, if they pop up on social media for like a year ago, I will. But yeah, I've put on. It's weird, mate, because my stage weight was like 92 kilos.
Yeah.
And I think I'll be exactly the same, but I'm just so much denser, man. And it is odd because the physique's a different physique, and yet there's hardly any weight difference.
Yeah.
Which I was literally expecting like 3 or 4 kilos minimum. But you know me, mate. I'm an illusion, mate. Like. I might be big in real life, but I'm not huge. I look like a super heavyweight, but because my waist is so tight, it gives the illusion, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you in supers? Like, mate, I'm like 92 kilos, bro.
You are huge in person, though. You're like, well,
yeah,
I ain't really tall, but yeah.
I think people expect me to be heavy because if you look at the big boys, mate, they've got quite thick waists.
Yeah.
And obviously you hold a lot of weight there. So where I've got like a bikini chick's waist, it very much takes weight off me and gives me the illusion. So big shoulders, tiny waist, man. So yeah, mate, can't argue, mate. I'm like, yeah, it's all good, bro.
Yeah, it's just touching base on the food point. You know, I've been scrolling through Instagram previously and seen people on prep on like 2,500, 3,000 calories a few weeks out. I'm thinking, how the hell are they hungry? But yeah. I guess your body adapts to more food, but also adapts to being hungry on that much food as well. So I think I've learned that.
100%, man. 100%, man. I was like this time 5 weeks out, mate. I was struggling food wise, and like I said previously, mate, I'm a foodie. Don't get me wrong. Like everyone's a foodie with the right foods, right? But chicken and rice don't really faze me. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not like I don't get up buzzing for chicken and rice, but I was last prep, and I'm not now. I'm just like, oh, cool. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Give it another week, mate. I'll be saying the complete opposite, you know.
That's it, mate. Yeah. If you haven't checked out Will's off-plan meals, etc., you know, you'll see him put up chicken and rice for 3 days in a row. Smash it, and then the off-plan meal comes, and there's about 16 Big Macs and about 100 nuggets.
We don't muck about on food, bro. Mate, where I've moved away, I've sort of like stuck to like Five Guys, mate. I'm like a massive fan of Five Guys, man. That and Domino's, bro.
If no one know, or you probably will know, Will is from the Isle of Wight. But it's moved over to LRF Gym in Ashford, so Lean Results Fitness. And there's a Five Guys in Ashford, I know that. I guess it's not one in the island.
There's more than one, bro. Yeah, there's not a Five Guys in the Isle of Wight, mate. We're pretty shocked. There's no Krispy Kreme donuts either, mate.
What?
That is heartbreaking, isn't it, bro?
You're going to be all right there for a week.
Yeah, so I might up my stay 4 days. Now, I don't understand that, mate, because from a business perspective, mate, you've got a whole island and you're missing out, mate.
Yeah,
the delivery can't be worth it. There'd be some calculation from a business perspective about it's not worth bringing them over.
Well, we'll jump on a call after this, mate. We might see us.
Yeah, literally, mate. I'll jump on a ferry just to get Krispy Kremes. Got no problem with that, man. I'll keep them in business just down here, mate. You know?
Literally. There's one guy. You don't need anyone else in Ireland. Just put a little cabinet outside his house, and they'll be done.
But yeah, got that. But yeah, it makes no sense because obviously you've got a whole lot of white man. This is my dad. So dad's a farmer. How old are you?
How are we doing?
I'm 78.
He don't remember. He's 78. Yeah.
78.
So dad's like, he's like 78. He's like a farmer and he's like lives for working, you know.
Love it. Absolutely still grafted at 78.
Honestly, mate. But if he didn't, he'd seize up, you know.
Yeah. It's where you get your workout from. If you see Will, he's up literally. It doesn't look like he sleeps. What is your sleep pattern? What is your sleep like? I'm intrigued.
Right now, bro. So right now, if I'm training at 5 a.m, which I usually do, I will go to bed at, let's say, 9, 10 o'clock, wake up at 3:50, eat my first meal by 4, and then train at 5, probably be at the gym till 7, come home, eat post-workout meal, and then back to bed from like 7:30, 8 to 10:30, 11, wake up, and then sort of work, and then sort of like get to bed by 9, 10 o'clock again, man.
That's interesting because I'm almost the complete opposite, mate. Like I can't, obviously I can, but I choose not to train in the morning. Like I don't, that doesn't work for me. Like I feel weak.
In my opinion, bro, this is with bodybuilding full stop. And it doesn't matter what he does, she does. Like you've got to listen to your body.
Yeah.
And if I train first thing in the morning and I click with it, that's what I'll do. Just because someone else says this, do you know what I mean? So with me, I've always been, look, I can train after sleep and 1 meal. Yeah. So whether that sleep's in the afternoon and I train in the evening, as long as I woke up and had a meal, it doesn't matter whether I had 4 meals before bed, 3 meals. Yeah. As long as I've woken up, fresh out of bed. So if I train at 5 this afternoon, I'll be in bed until 3:50. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how I work. You've got to gauge your body, but some people, mate, they wake up and feel like shit. Do you know what I mean? And they can't. But for me, that's what I do. And some people probably similar to yourself, mate, especially in prep. I know Luke, my one of my training partners up at LRF, he likes to train after a set amount of meals. And I get that. I understand that. And a lot of people,
similar, mate. I'm like, I get 3 meals in me and I'm like, right, I'm to train.
Yeah, no, 100, mate, I 100% agree with you. You just got to do what works best for you, man.
This is the thing.
It's 2021, isn't it? Everyone thinks they know everything.
Yeah. Oh, the puppies. I saw them on your story yesterday.
Yeah, mate, they're like, you see them?
Yeah. Oh, mate, look.
Mint there, bro. I put them up on Instagram. I had more inquiries about puppies than I did online training.
You're in the wrong job.
Literally, man. They're worth some money as well, bro. But yeah, mate, going back to it, what were we talking about? My prep brain.
We were just saying about what works for you. Yeah, 2021, there's no set rules.
Yeah. Everyone thinks they know everything. So he said, she said. It's like, yeah, that's fine. But if you tried it on you, people forget to use their own brain, mate. It's like anything when it comes to training, mate. Like the amount of messages I've got, mate. Oh, why are you RDLing like that? Why are you running like that? Why are you eating like that? Why are you sleeping during the day? Why not? Like, it works for me. Do you know what I mean?
It's the thing, it works for you. It clearly very much works for you. But I think a lot of people, I had this conversation with a client yesterday who messaged me, get lost on Google. Literally, mate, on Google. They Google something and they get 15 different responses and they want to do every single one to try and maximize it. And they get completely lost. Yeah. It's overcomplicated online.
Yeah.
You know, stick to what someone's telling you to do, one person, and you'll get results. When you start listening to them and then deciding to listen to 3 other people, you get very lost.
Yeah.
Like you say.
And it's like, bro, like everything's got very optimal. What is the most optimal way of doing stuff? Like if you went up to Jay Cutler 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and I appreciate the fact that people might be like, yeah, but he's genetically gifted, this, that, and the other. But if you go up to you can't say that every top level bodybuilder is the most genetically gifted like bodybuilder on the planet. Like there's going to be some that should, like Dorian Yates, for example. Yeah. Like you've got to do what works for you. Do you know what I mean? Like don't. And if as time's gone on, everything's got a lot more efficient and everything's got a lot more accurate. So when everything's accurate, that's awesome. But if you ask Dorian Yates, Jay Cutler, man, just go in and train fucking hard.
Yeah.
But everyone wants to be like, oh no, but you can't. So no, you can. You just choose to do that, and that's fine. But you do you, and I'll do me, and then that's it, innit?
You're going to get results by training in the morning. I'm going to get training results from eating after 3 meals.
Yeah.
And like I say, for me, what works is fasted cardio. And then I get clients messaging me, oh, do I have to do fasted cardio? Because that's better.
Yeah.
No. What's your lifestyle?
Yeah.
Can you do fasted cardio? If I tell you to do 40 minutes cardio and you've got to get the train at 5:30 in the morning to get to London,
work, man.
It's going to work, is it?
And you know what I'm going to say right now, don't you?
Go on.
I can't do fasted cardio, mate.
Because you do fasted cardio about 10 o'clock.
I know. I will burn through muscle tissue at the click of a finger if I do fasted cardio, man.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I don't mind doing cardio in the evening, because it wears me out a little bit before bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like, for me, fasted cardio is not a thing, but yet some of my clients do it, some of them don't. Like, that's what makes a good coach, mate, because there are coaches out there that will be like, right, fasted cardio. And then you've got some lifestyle clients trying to juggle 3 kids and a full-time job. Like, yeah, but coach says I've got to do my fasted cardio. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Makes the process enjoyable. Like, I think, you retain clients from working around them and making them enjoy it as a lifestyle, which at the end of the day is what it is. So,
mate, I've always said, mate, bodybuilding to me at this level, not at like a lifestyle level, but me and you, I love it, mate. I live for it, but I couldn't think of anything worse to do if I didn't like it.
Oh, mate, like it would be torture.
It would be it's awful. It would be awful, mate. So what you've got to understand is obviously people and typical lifestyle clients just want to get in shape. They won't have that. I want to be like this. I want to be like that. So you've got to make it maintainable, mate. If they want to go out for dinner, every single one of my clients in Lesbian Prep's got an offer every week. You're the same, right? Like,
for sure.
And if they come to me and say,
some of them want to strive and keep pushing, but I always say, if you're feeling like you need one, let me know, because like you say, you deserve it. Like you say, you're not going on stage.
And then if one of my clients comes to me and said, like, I had a client yesterday come to me and she was like, well, I want to do half a stone in August. And she's a client that's really, really good. But I think she's had a little bit of inconsistency just with circumstances that are out of control. She's like such a good client, and she was like, Will, like, I'm on track all the time, but I want to get 100 million% and drop half a stone in August. And I was like, right, cool. Are you happy to pull out off meals for August? She's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So it's what you know what it's like, mate. Like, I always say to my clients, so like, you know what, I've had 2 off meals this week. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. Like, don't make it a consistent thing, but at the same time, we haven't got to be a certain weight at a certain date.
No.
I've got boys on holiday prep, or like I've got a guy at the moment. He's dialing down for his wedding, and we've got a date to hit. And he is a lifestyle client, but to me, that's no different than a prep. So we drop the hammer quite a lot, and he get in the best shape of his life. And then when his wedding day, he can enjoy it.
That's the thing. I think as well, like, you got to set expectations with your clients. Like, when they send a picture going, oh, I want to look like this. Well, to do that, you've got to put X amount of effort in. Like, you've got to align your actions with the goal. Like, so set their expectations at the beginning, then that's how it works for a client.
And one thing you've got to do as well, mate, is you've got to be realistic. Like, the amount of clients that I've had that will message me a picture of Phil Heath and be like, yeah, is this doable? And I'm like, no. I was like, even if everything was absolutely bang on and you were living the lifestyle for 10 years, that for you is not, mate, it's not achievable.
Yeah. It's been a goal.
Because I think people think that if they send you a picture of a physique athlete such as yourself, I think that they think because it's not like a massive monster of a bodybuilder, that it's very much maintainable and doable. Yeah. And it's just like, no, these guys, just because they're not like, people might look at you, and I think with physique people, I think people underestimate, and they probably think it might be slightly easier when it's exactly the same process, right?
It's the same as like bikinis, isn't it? Everyone thinks you just have to diet and you get that shape. It's like you say, it's not just...
Mate, I'm friends with a lot of bikini guys, mate, and they have to diet down hard, mate.
Yeah. So
I've seen bikini girls get on the stairs, mate, and they are hammering it. Do you know Babs from LRF?
Yeah.
Mate, she sprints up them stairs, bro. like I sweat looking there. I'm like, I can't do that.
When I message them and they're like, "Oh, I'm doing like the stairs for cardio," and then the word "hit" comes afterwards. I'm like, "Nah, don't talk to me." Like,
yeah. Can't do that, bro. I would rather do 2 hours cardio than hit, mate.
Yeah, same.
I'm like that with just walking though, mate. I went shopping yesterday with a mate, and I was like, oh, that parking space there is closer. She's like, Will, it's like literally like 10 meters, 20 meters. I hate functional walking, mate. I've seen me on the treadmill for an hour, man. So I'm not lazy by any means, man. But like when it comes to walking, I've got this mental block, and I'm like, yeah, but I could drive there. Do you know what I mean?
My steps have gone through the roof the last couple of weeks. I've been sort of doing some bits in the gym. I've been like 25,000 plus every day. Like my legs are ruined, mate. So
yeah, that's a lot of steps, mate.
And like
that's a lot of steps.
That's why prep's been fine. And then, you know, when clients say, "Oh, well, walking or steps don't really count," they really do, mate. You know, they
of course they do, man. It's like burning fuel in a car. When the car's on, you're burning fuel. It doesn't mean you're revving it.
Yeah.
The car's ticking over. Doesn't mean that the car's temperature's through the roof and you're sweating out, same as we would.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, mate, if that car's on, that engine's ticking up. We're burning calories right now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Hopefully not too much. Obviously skinny, bro. Huh?
Getting hungry.
Yeah, literally, mate. I've eaten 20 minutes. What's going on? How long is this Zoom call, mate?
We'll do it for like another 10 minutes.
Yeah, mate. That's cool. I just didn't want to run out of time, mate. That's all. I know that me and you both chat a lot, bro. I've got all the time in the world, mate. I was just thinking it's going to cut off or whatever.
Oh, no, we're good. So just
awesome.
We'll ask a couple of questions and then we're going to talk about our favourite things, mate. Let's make this fun. Like, we're all going favourite exercises, favourite off-plan meals, like what favourite meal is currently on plan, etc. You know, so just quickly, though, what do you feel, or how do you feel that because you've been through the process, like you say, you were literally 10 stone. Like check out Will when he first got into bodybuilding from like BMX, it was tiny, and now you look at him, the giant. So like, how do you feel that starting from the beginning of that journey and adding that going through all them processes and prep has helped us give you better value to your clients?
It's a subject that I think a lot of people would agree and disagree on, mate, because for me I don't think you have to have competed to be a good online coach or personal trainer. But even with one-to-one PT, even if you're just a one-to-one PT, mate, like, in my opinion, how the hell are you meant to teach someone and show someone how to diet if you've never done it yourself?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's just like, oh, he's never competed, he's a shit coach. It's just like, no, mate, because I was coaching hundreds of clients before I competed, and I got them peeled. Do you know what I mean? And that was before I'd even dieted, because I had to be in a constant off-season, mate, because I was so small, you know. So I knew what I was doing, and I had an understanding of it. So, and I knew exactly what was what. But a lot of these guys, mate, like, you look at one-to-one PTs in the gym and they don't have a fucking clue, mate. Like, they show you the exercises, and then the client goes, yeah, but what about food? And then straight away they're just like, oh, just eat, make healthier choices.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my dad could tell me that, mate. Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, to wrap up that question, mate, like, I think we're at the top of the game in terms of a commitment level, yeah? So if we're going to be bodybuilders or physique athletes or bikini athletes, we're right at the top of the food chain in terms of suffering and experience. We're right at that limit. So if we're right at the top end, anything below that, we can engage how to do that with a client.
Yeah.
So I think it helps massively, mate. And, you know, mate, stupid stuff like diet hacks, mate. How many times have you sat there putting extra milk in your oats or extra water to volumize it, man?
Yeah. Bit of
just little stuff like that. Yeah.
I totally agree. Like you say, the amount of stuff that I've just given out, even to like lifestyle clients, just little hacks, like when they say they're getting hungry and stuff, you know, it just helps.
Yeah,
so
100%.
You've been there, you've done it, and like every year, mate, every week I'm evolving, learning bits more.
Yeah,
like,
100%, mate. Physically, mentally, man.
Process, though, I'm just not learning it off of the internet and then trying to teach it to someone because you haven't.
Yeah. But then I also have that opposite sort of thing that, like, these boys compete and then they're like, yeah, I'm an online coach just because they want to expect a cash. And it's not how it works like that, mate. Do you know what I mean?
But then you soon find out which ones are like that because they're not around for long, because it's
yeah, so I waited 4 days for a reply. It's just like, oh my God, like, they don't have a clue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I worked a full-time job and did, like, a lot of clients, and nothing ever got skipped, man. Like, nothing ever dropped out of what I set out. Do you know what I mean? Like, and yet you get, like, see, it's doable to run a full-time online coaching business and a full-time job. So there's no excuse for bad quality coaching, especially in terms of communication, man.
Yeah. You know, I do give a 24-hour turnaround because sometimes life gets in the way. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you're out for the day filming or whatever, like,
yeah, mate, so that's exactly what I do, mate. So at the end of the day, bro, my clients know that there's a 24-hour WhatsApp contact, yeah?
Sometimes it's up to 5 minutes, sometimes it might not, like
literally, mate. So at the end of the day, bro, you set your standards, you set that 24 hours, and we went through this with Elliot, man. because I burn out. Well, I don't burn out, mate, but I work myself to the ground, you know.
Yeah.
And he's basically like, look, if you said you get back to him in 24 hours and it gets to 23 hours and reply to him, like you're under promise, over deliver, right?
Yeah.
So if you set a 24-hour time period and you get back to them in 6 hours, you've over delivered.
Yeah.
Because you've set that 24. So my guys know that on the weekend, 24 to 48 hours, same as Jace.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it'll be done quicker.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I set that because at the end of the day, mate, I always look at whatever aspects of life I'm doing, mate. What are the top boys doing? Jace being a top boy, 24 to 48 hours. It gives him a bit of leeway if he's at shows, whatever. And that's exactly what I do, bro.
But yeah, 9 times out of 10, Jace overpromises to me, like, you know, I'll get it within a few hours but then sometimes I know that he's busy, he's away for a show. I know how much toll it takes on you.
As long as you know, mate. I had something done to one of my cars the other day, and mate, he promised me like 3 weeks, and it was like 8 or 9 weeks, and it's just like, if you can't put a time frame on it, just don't, or say, do you know what I mean?
There you go. This question wasn't written down, but mate, you're into your cars, I see, because you just got a Golf R.
Yeah.
How is it?
Fucking mint, bro. Mate, it's, honestly, I'm kidding sweet shot, mate. I'm not a petrol head, yeah? I barely know how to I could drive it, but I barely know how to, like, fucking pump the tires up, you know? And I'm not going to claim to be a petrol head either. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not.
I wondered if you were or not, because I didn't see that side of you, but I saw the car.
No, mate, my ego doesn't thrive off of how much I know about cars, mate. I'm just like, yeah, Golf R, 300 brake standard, and I know the basic, man. But yeah, mate, it's unbelievable. Have you got a DSG gearbox, yeah?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Oh, mate, how the fuck we dealt with them before, mate? I don't know. Like, so cruise control as well, mate. Like, that's mint, bro.
Love it.
Because I was going to get an AMG, and I think I might do in the future, like after I have fun with Golf R. But that was a sort of pick. But yeah, mate, they're mint, man.
Yeah.
Because you're into your cars as well, aren't you?
Oh, I love my cars, me. Yeah.
You're probably similar to me. Like, you're not mechanically, are you?
I've done a mechanical engineering degree.
Oh, of course, mate. Of course you are, mate. Sorry, mate. It's fucking job, innit, man? Yeah.
But it was my job. It's not now. Like, I can't away from it because.
Do you know what, mate? But that's slipped me completely, mate. Slipped me completely.
But yeah, so it's yeah, mate. Actually, I went to Germany a few weeks ago and I had a Golf R hire car. So,
did you?
Yeah. So
standard, mate.
I did a few launch control runs in it. It was good,
mate. Honestly, bro. Thing is though, mate, where it's 4-wheel driving that, mate, like it feels so safe with the power.
Yeah.
So you put your foot down because that's what I wanted, a 4-wheel drive car. That's what I wanted because my mate's got a Ford RS, and I went in that, mate, and fucking hell, man, like it sticks to the ground, and like I've had BMWs and that, man. And I just wanted a 4-wheel drive car. Everyone's each to their own, and they like it was between that and a Land Rover or like Range Rover, whatever. And it was I went with a Golf, that Range Rover or same as yours.
Yeah.
But I didn't think, mate, like I saw my mate post the other day, he spends like 120 quid to fill his tank up, and I would have bought the Land Rover and not even thought about that. So I'm glad I didn't, bro. Because your car's got eco mode, yeah?
Oh, mate, I have to because the amount of miles I'll do, I've got eco and it's always in
eco. Yeah. So I've got I stick it in eco mode down the motorway.
Yeah.
And then if I see someone, I just chuck it in sport mode and this game over it.
You know it.
Quick, mate. Quick. Love it, bro.
Nice car. Best colour.
Love it, mate.
So
yeah, that's what I went for, man. Because I wasn't in a rush, mate. Like and then my mate messaged me. He's just like, mate, we've got one. It's like practically new. It's done next to no miles and that. And I was just like, yes, like the spec was immaculate, bro. Yeah. Love it, man.
Sweet. So let's jump onto a conversation of favourite things. So we're going to run through a few questions, mate. What are your favourite foods you've currently got in your diet? Like, what do you eat?
What, in my diet now?
Yeah. Currently on prep. What food do you get that's your favourite?
I'd probably same as you, man. Like post-workout cereal, mate. Like that to me on prep is like golden, man. So I'll go cinnamon cereal, cinnamon squares.
Yeah.
That would be my favourite, man. Cinnamon squares cereal, I think. And then there's another one, mate, but I can't remember what it's called. It's the same company. You've probably seen it on my story or vice versa. I guarantee you've had it. I can't remember. But it's the same company as the cinnamon squares, but yeah, that's banging as well.
Really do you have your whey mixed with your cereal, or do you have it separate?
Mixed.
What about you? You're looking at me like I'm a weirdo.
Why? What are you?
No, I have it mixed as well. I just wondered.
Yeah. Mate, I get people freak out, mate. I put my Instagram story, I put the whey in the cereal, and I just put the tap on and put the water in it.
Yeah.
And people fucking freak out, mate. Like, what are you doing, cereal and water?
Yeah.
To me, that's normal because obviously, like, starting and that. And I'm not being, mate, I live on a fucking farm, mate. Well, I used to, like, so I've got all the milk in the world, mate. But I just rather fucking, it's just the tap's there, mate. Do you know what I mean? But I get so many messages. If I put a thing up on my Instagram, like post-workout, and I boomerang, like me putting the cereal under the tap, mate, people freak out, bro. Like literally, like, I get messages like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, how much cereal post-workout you on at the minute? 5 weeks out?
80 grams, mate.
80 grams.
What about you?
Or I've just literally been dropped to 80 as well. I'm a week behind you, so but it's
Yeah, man.
So I'm happy.
Yeah. Huh?
I'm happy where I'm at. 80 grams, 5-6 weeks out.
Yes, it's not. Yeah, man. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather 160, but
I never got pushed as high. You see, 120 has been my max. So I'm like,
mate, mine was at 160, 3 squares, bars, fucking jam and bread, and like, mate, yeah, my food's high in the off season, bro.
So that's the next question. What's your favourite food in the off season?
Nothing, bro. Joking. On plan in the off season.
Yeah.
Mate, I blend my food in the off season, bro. Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, like I did like 450 grams of potato in 1 meal, like 180 chicken.
Yeah.
So I'll put that in a blender and have it like mashed potato. And the reason being, mate, yeah, this is method because people freak again, but I'm not being funny, mate. Chicken and potato on a plate versus blended, it's still the same food. People freak out, you know.
Still the same thing.
Rightly so, because it does look like shit, you know. But so that I'll blend that and have that, and that'll be like my 3 main sort of carb meals. But me, that's from a time perspective, because 450 gram potato, mate, I'm not a slow eater, but when my food's high in the off season, mate, I am. So it will take me like 40 minutes to eat that. So if I blend it, it'll take me 10. So it's just a time management thing.
Yeah.
Favorite food in the off season, mate, I'd probably go cereal again. But like, to be honest, mate, on plan food in the off season, I'm really not that fussed because it is so high.
Yeah, it's just.
But even like in the off season, I still like off plan food, but again, just not as much. I'll probably have like 1 burger or 2 burgers and chips from McDonald's, man. I'm done in the off season.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? It's
crazy how it changes, man.
Thing, like when you get to this level, not talking lifestyle level, when you get to this level, it's extremes. When you're in prep, you want to be in off season. When you're in off season, you want to be in prep because of
mate, how mad is that? And when you're in prep, you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna make my off season food taste so good.
You don't. You just like, the same thing and blend it. Like
you've got all these pans, mate, and then fuck 4 weeks down the line, mate, just blending it out and just getting in there, man. But yeah, you're always wanting that. There's a happy medium in prep where I'm like, right, my food's medium. I get an off meal every week. That's a nice place to be.
Yeah.
And I'm probably still in that a little bit, to be fair, mate. Like I'm still not like starving my head off, man. But yeah, man.
Love it. What's the favourite off-plan meal?
What, full stop?
Yeah, full stop.
What, we haven't got a 2-hour podcast, mate. Joking. Probably Domino's or Five Guys, mate, with Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
What about you, man?
So many things, mate. So many things.
Oh, there is, mate. I could sit here all day on them on prep. In the off season, mate, I'm like, can we cut this conversation? This question's boring. But now, yeah, mate, like Five Guys, McDonald's, donuts. Donuts just spilled out my mouth without even me thinking. Do you see that? And Domino's, man. I think I said that. Domino's, McDonald's, Five Guys.
The double D, the donuts and the Domino's. It's just what a combo.
Honestly, bro. That skinted me out last prep, mate. I was refeeds because I was me and you were both like in between preps. COVID happened. And Jason was like, "Yeah, pizza." And I said to my partner at the time, I was like, "I'm literally spending like 50 quid a week on pizza." And I'm like, "I've got to stop that." And then it gets to a refeed, and I'm like, "Right, let's get some pizza."
Exactly.
Yeah.
So funny.
You justify anything. That's what, mate. When I got that car, I was like, "Am I getting this because I want it, or am I getting it because I'm on prep?"
Yeah, mate. Literally. I've literally the protein that I've ordered, like I've got stuff everywhere. Like it's just like prep. I bought a new coffee machine this week because it's like prep.
Yeah.
What can I make better while I'm on prep? Coffee. Yeah, let's get a new coffee machine. Like.
Yeah, 100%, mate.
I've got 18 kilo of whey, but I need a new flavour in my life. So
yeah. So let's buy another 20 kilos. Yeah, mate. It's mad, isn't it? Mad. And then you see it, then you're just scrolling through your bank account, bro. Like, what is going on there?
Where did this go? What happened there?
Yeah. just by your bank statements, you can tell when you're in prep, man. Mine's a bad day.
We should do this with people.
I stopped. I pulled back on spending money on food the other week. So I was like, I got that Go Far, and I pulled up to a petrol station, put like 70 quid fuel, and I got like a coffee and water. And that cost like a tenner. And I was like, I've just spent 80 quid in a fucking petrol station. I was like, I'm done with coffees. I'm done with Starbucks. I'm done with this, man. But yeah.
I've stopped with Starbucks in the off season. I did make it as a gold member. And then I realised how much you have to spend to make it as a gold member for Starbucks, which wasn't good.
Oh, mate. Well, Starbucks is new to me, man, because obviously where I live in Kent now. But it's... Thing is, mate, coffee is one of the things that just tastes... I don't even drink coffee in the off season, mate.
Do you not?
No, just on prep, man. But I don't think your food would be as high as mine. So there's still that room for like something to taste nice.
I got pushed to like, I did work it out in the end. I got pushed to about 4,600, which is way higher than I've ever been.
That's
Way
not bad.
higher. But still, you know, some people are double.
I think I was at 6.5. So not crazy, man. Like pound for pound, you're probably on more food than me, man.
Yeah, like I managed to got pushed really high,
but and then the upside of that is when you come into prep now, food's not crazy low.
no, it's not. Like I'm surprised where I'm at.
Yeah, but for me, mate, like the tough part is off season when food's high.
Yeah.
Because everyone thinks, oh, I bet dieting's well hard. It's just like with dieting, mate. Like, yeah, you've got to like diet down and not eat foods, but you don't have to physically do anything effort wise apart from eat your food, and you want to eat it anyway, right? Because in the off season, you physically have to be like, right, for the next 40 minutes, I've got to sit down. Now I've got to go and having like fucking 4 squares bars, 5 squares bars a day, plus Pop-Tarts, plus rice cakes. Like you run out of food, man, and you got to go Tesco. It's 20 minutes, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like,
This is the thing.
Full-time job, bro.
I never ever blended, but I had a bit more time in lockdown. I think everyone did. That's just the general consensus. I do remember one night vividly. It got to like midnight. The meal was in the microwave, and I looked at the clock, and it was 1:45, and I was still trying to finish a meal. I was like, "It's not gonna be full."
Yeah, mate. That's what you've just described. There is the past 5 years of my life, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Honestly, man. Like, I will. A big part of me bodybuilding at the start, first 3 years, I like 2 o'clock finishes were a thing. That's what happened. Just getting food in, man.
It's mad.
Mental, bro. Mental.
When you get that many calories in, but it's clean food, it's difficult. It's a lot of volume.
Yeah, so you start off with like same as my clients, man. Like you start off with like clean food. There's only a certain amount of chicken rice you can eat, mate. So people think like, oh, I eat squares, bars, and Pop-Tarts. That must be well nice. So yeah, but that's after. It's like me, like everyone has like a roast dinner on a Sunday and they are stuffed, and the thought of more food makes them feel sick. That's what off season is.
Yeah.
So when you see Pop-Tarts, like, oh, I'll be dying for a Pop-Tart. It's like, you wouldn't be if you're on this much food. Everyone says to me,
it's 5 weeks out, you're like, there's nothing better.
Yeah, give me 5. But like everyone says to me, mate, you always get it, mate. Oh, I'd love to eat what you eat. And you give it one try of being like, oh, do you know what? It's actually a little bit different. Like when you're on this amount of food, they're like, no, I still love it. And you're like, do you know what? Yeah, whatever. like whatever. Yeah.
Last question, then we'll wrap up, mate. What's your favorite exercise in the gym? Why?
Oh, mate. I'm such a boffin when it comes to training, mate.
Oh, yeah, you love it.
I'm that knobhead that likes every single day in the gym, man. Can't even think, mate. That incline press at LRF.
Yeah, I've been on it.
I don't know what that's called. Like, huh?
The new one that's just been installed.
Yeah.
Prime?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah. That's a nice bit of kit, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? No, I'd say some sort of shoulder press, mate. Probably a plate loaded shoulder press, man.
Yeah.
Which is funny because shoulders are probably a weaker area of mine. Not in my physique as such, but in terms of strength.
Strength, yes. Yeah. My shoulders aren't too bad. Like they don't look bad, but they're weak as hell sometimes. And
it just goes to show that strength isn't relevant, mate. I train with Sam, who's a physique competitor, and he will outpress me on shoulders.
Yeah.
And obviously, like it'll be like me, you training together. But that, mate, like there's something to take away from that. Yeah, like just because like with me and you could train together, and you might outpress me on shoulders for the same reps and sets, and it doesn't. Strength is relevant, mate. It's like, mate, I'm not the fucking strongest like on training legs, but I've got big quads. Do you know what I mean? Like strength isn't. It is to a certain extent, but just because you're strong doesn't necessarily mean that muscle group will be massive. Like, yes, progressive overload, I understand that, this, that, and the other. But I think when people sit deeper into it, they're like, hang on, Big Ramy isn't squatting 10 plates a side.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But he's getting the form and he can feel the muscle working.
Exactly. And of course, when you've got that amount of muscle, mate, you've got to refine it. You don't have to. Because imagine those boys, mate, like doing a 6 to 8 rep on a fucking barbell back squat, mate. They'd be breaking their legs, you know.
No, it's so true, and like that's cool. It's interesting. They say I used to hate training legs, but now I'm absolutely loving it. So like probably one of my leg exercises, one of my favorites. Mad.
Yeah, I know. It's a love-hate thing, mate. Like I do like training legs, man. But the thought of it when I'm dieting, I'm like, oh, just get this over with. Yeah. And I get in a set and I film a set, and I'm like, how did I just switch on during that set?
Yeah.
I'm literally like feel like a little girl.
Yeah.
I've just like hit a PB on a hack squat, mate, and it's just madness, bro.
I had exact same thoughts yesterday, where I was just like in the zone while I was doing that set, got off, and I needed about 15-minute break. But yeah, you're actually in that set. It's weird. It's mad.
yeah, when you're locked into it and you've got tunes banging and just like reset. Do you know what, mate? I like exercises like a pendulum squat. Like, so where I come from, mate, the Isle of Wight, the equipment's quite limited. So when I moved up to LRF, there's a lot of new equipment, a fresh stimulus, and something like a pendulum squat to me is brand new.
Yeah.
And something like a pendulum squat, like you can literally go to failure, stand up, take a second, go back in, take a second. Whereas with like a barbell, like back squat, or whatever, you don't really want to be doing that. Do you know what I mean? So, like, in answer to the favorite exercise question, I like exercises that you can reset safely on.
Okay.
And feel like you can really hit failure, but safely.
Yeah, got ya.
You know, I never get on a
Failure
pendulum
back
squat.
squat when you're as strong as you are isn't exactly safe.
Yeah, my knees, mate. I hate barbell back squat, man. And for me, mate, like, there's no point in me doing it. If I've moved 3 hours away from home and I've got fresh stimulus in machines, I'm not then gonna go bang out barbell back squat, risk my knees and that. It's just no point, man.
Yeah, I get it. That's awesome,
Yeah.
mate. I'm gonna get a quick Instagram picture and then we'll wrap
Go,
up.
mate.
We've got to get the boomerang done of us.
Yeah, I'll get one as well, bro.
You know it.
On that boomerang hype.
You know, always on the boomerang. Got the WG on the phone.
That'll be our joint Tinder profile picture.
Yeah.
Job done.
I love it.
I reckon we'd do all right on OnlyFans between us, bro. Do you get a lot of messages about OnlyFans?
If we get at least 100 messages back about it, I guess we'll have to join it. You know.
Yeah, if we quit online training and we're driving around in Lamborghinis, mate, you know what's happened, bro. How many messages do you get like that, mate?
Only from guys.
Oh, mate,
I'll say something.
Yeah, mate, I do as well, man. I mean, I had a picture of someone sent me a picture of their wife last prep and be like, oh, do you reckon you could? And I was just like, mate, like, not my thing, bro. Not my thing.
Especially on prep.
Yeah, especially on prep.
In the off season.
Like, they're about like waxing your back for like 100 quid. And I was thinking, actually, mate, like, wouldn't be a bad thing if I live on my own now. Come round, man, you know.
It's the task I don't really want to do, so getting paid for it as well.
Yeah. Some weirdos out there, isn't there, man? Yeah.
Love it, mate.
There must be people that do it and go ahead with it, because otherwise they wouldn't be doing it, would they?
They obviously get some services, you know.
Yeah, it must do, man. Must do.
Your back's always waxed.
Mate, I can't stand body hair, mate. Cannot stand. Our hair removal cream every week and shave up every day, every other day. Mate, my mum hair removal cream, my back, mate. Like when obviously I live on my own, so I've got like a. Well, this is getting in detail now, isn't it? Yeah, I've got like I bought this thing that like shaves your back. It's on like a rod or whatever. But when I'm home, I'm like, Mum, you got 5 minutes to shut hair removal cream on my back.
My old man come and done mine the other day, actually, when he stayed.
Mate, when you're a bodybuilder, mate, you do not care. No. When you're butt naked with a cock sock on around 7 other lads, like, you don't care, mate.
This is the interesting point about getting tanned, isn't it? It's a bit of not an overwhelming experience. You just got to live. You just got to embrace it. You've just got to go.
Honestly, mate, I remember the first time I got tanned, like, because I'll tell you what, mate, like, bodybuilders are sort of like we said about having a personality as a bodybuilder, mate. Like, a lot of people don't, and you see them in the tanning beds, mate, and you can see the women's tan them, and they're just honestly so on edge. It's just like, mate, just chill, mate.
Have a chat. That's it.
They're just fucking talk, mate. Like, it's not like
they've seen one. They've just done the before you.
And let's be real, mate. There's nothing impressive going on one day out. Do you know what I mean? So just soak it up, mate. Chat to her, and at least if you chat to her, you might have a chance. Because do you know what I mean?
That's it. I love it, mate. Awesome. Let's wrap it up there. I'll let you crack on with the day. Busy guys, so you'd say
awesome, mate.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll get this
awesome, mate. Thank you very much, buddy.
If you need to get hold of Will, how can we get hold of you?
At Coach by Will George Fitness. I'm on Instagram, mate. I'm just sliding my DMs because I'll get back to you ASAP. Awesome. And then my website, www. I think that was a handful. willgeorgefitness.com. But all through Instagram, mate. And then I think my number's on website as well. But all through Instagram, my man.
Awesome. Good to chat, mate.
Perfect, mate. Lovely to speak to you, bro. Have a lovely day, man.
Speak to you soon, bro. Cheers, mate.